Hey everyone, it's James Share from the Cinema Network once more, bring you a 1 vs 1 TA Spring 1944 game on the, wow, that took a bit of a while to load there, but anyway, it'll be on the Small Divide remake map. So yeah, it's 1 vs 1, I'll be playing as the British, yep, at the bottom right, so that's me playing as Lightman, and at the top left I've got a far more experienced player known as Jal. He's going to be playing as the good old Germans at the top left. So, a bit interesting game, and yeah, it certainly highlights how you need a bit more of a combined arms force to be able to prevail, and of course, sometimes taking up can beat masses of basic units, which we'll find out soon enough. But anyway, so yeah, we'll just have a look at what each player is doing. So yeah, at the moment I'm just let's see, it looks like I'm going for some early engineers. So yeah, just to build a quick factory, or would it be a yes, so light vehicle yard, yep. And as my opponent, interesting, okay, looks like he's not really building anything, apparently. Huh, okay, he's got a couple of engineers out, but he's not building any buildings or anything. Interesting. Oh well. And yeah, he's keeping his 80 guns at his base. There we go, he's finally sending his guys over to build something or other. I think it's a barracks. Yep, the Wehrmacht barracks. So why not say? Got some pretty decent infantry and all that. Although apparently British infantry in this game are a bit better. That's what the hell. In any case, yeah, he's going to be doing that. He's going to be building a few more engineers and all that as well. And as for me, I'll be... If we just switch over to what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm not building anything just yet except the light vehicle plant. So yeah, as you can see, even at the very beginning, we're going to be going with slightly different builds to start off with, and yeah, we just have to see whose build prevails. That's my opponent. He's got... Okay, yeah, he'll have a nice little machine gun position set up there, but of course if you look at the terrain though, he won't really be able to reach over this hill, so I don't know how much good it really do to have his guy there. Oh well. So have to see what happens, eh? And yeah, as you can see, I seem to be capturing them up a little bit faster. And there we go, finally moving towards the middle as well. But funnily enough, we won't actually be able to see each other until I basically round this hill. So you probably should be positioning these guys maybe on this hill or something like this to provide a bit of fire support. Maybe you put these SMGs at the front, but what the hell. In any case, have a look at what is going on at the base. There's not much action happening at the moment. I'm still building the vehicle plants. And okay, we've got the barracks finally finished for... interesting. Anyway, for our German opponent, looks like he's going to be going for a quick assault platoon. Actually, what do they get anyway? Assault platoon. So we've got 10 SMGs, 2 Panzerfausts. Yeah, not too shabby actually. And yeah, we're still not attacking just yet, and as you can see I did manage to capture my bit of the map just before him. Still got the middle to contend with. And yeah, as for this map itself, it's not really designed that well for this sort of game, because the terrain, if we can just have a look, is yeah, very rough. Basically the entire map consists of pretty rough terrain actually, so long range weapons and all that. That's very much prevalent in this game mode are, well, can't really be used to full effect, at least not in any standard manner. But that's what they are. In case, German opponent is now also going to be building a towed guns yard, which is going to be right over here. Hasn't queued up anything just yet, so yeah, he's going to be going for towed guns while I'll be going for, eventually I'll be going for light vehicles, although it looks like at the moment I'm just going for just some basic rifleman squad from the HQ, which is actually not too bad really. I mean, it comes with a couple of riflemen, a couple of SMGs, and a machine gunner as well. I mean, what more could you want, eh? And there we go, now we've got actually expanding, or rather I should say advancing towards the opponent's left flank, and yeah, infantry can walk over certain bits of the hilly terrain. In fact, if we select, I'm pretty sure we can find out. There we go, so that's those green bits indicate the bits they can walk over, so it's not that much, but better than nothing. And in fact, I actually had a bit of an opportunity to attack his AT gun, but the thing is I didn't actually know where it was until a bit later on, so oh well, what can you do? And now my guys are getting attacked by something, not really sure. Guess not. Well, in any case, they're going to be going from one flag point to another. Oh, wait a minute, there is something attacking us. Ah, okay, so it's just riflemen attacking our SMGs and our own riflemen right here. It's interesting. I wonder where their machine gunner was, because I'm just using basic infantry at the moment. Well, what the hell. In case, we'll start off by building a Daimler armored cars, which could certainly do a bit of damage if it weren't for the fact that we've got a damn AT gun deployed right here. And the terrain there is actually not too shabby. Yeah, if we look at his little firing angle, yeah, not too shabby indeed. And here we go, we've also got a bit of an advancement by my own infantrymen. Pretty sure we should have an AT... okay, that's right, we have an AT gun that isn't quite deployed. So here we go, got a bit of an engagement as well. Quite a few infantry, although my machine gunners don't quite seem to be in the best position, but what the hell. Oops, probably should learn how to reset that flag actually. Oh well, to reset the camera angle, but anyway. And yeah, as you can see, we're just going to get slowly ripped apart, but we do have a Daimler incoming, which is... where? Did I sacrifice it already to the AT gun? Good question. Not really too sure. Well, in any case, yeah, I'll be trying to catch it at one of these points as well. Running into, let's see, mostly SMGs and a couple of riflemen at the moment. They do have a couple of, oh, actually, I do have a machine gunner shooting a bit, so yeah, I was running directly into that, which wasn't the best thing to do. Probably should have tried attacking elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, got a massive map like this, well, big map with rough terrain, but hard to find out what to do, but it's what the hell. We managed to get to our fancy Daimler car into a good position, and, whoops, there we go. I don't think this AT gun can actually attack it. Because yeah, this thing's still alive, so what the hell, should still be good for the time being. As my German opponent, let's see what is he going for. He's still got the HQ building, and he's actually going to be building, okay, the construction vehicles. He's going to be going for more advanced stuff. And yeah, at the same time, I'm continuing to funnel my troops in. So keep in mind, this is only my second time I've actually played this game online. So yeah, I've still got a few things to figure out, such as, you know, taking up properly and all that, rather than just charging positions again and again with basic infantry without even a mortar to support them. But oh well. What can you do? Okay, so we do have the AT gun coming up. Oh, no, actually, that's not an AT gun, that's something else. Actually, does have something firing on me as well. I'll just see if I can... There we go, I just changed the damn camera angle again. Ah, okay, he does have a leg. 7.57 leg 18 firing on me. Ah, okay, so... Damn, that thing's going to be very much pain in the ass, as you can see. Probably should have brought out my own stuff, or at least, you know, tried to do a bit of vehicle rush. Anything to, you know, try to take it out. But nope, here come the SMGs and tankmen, all that. They'll, sorry, I should say anti-tankmen. Who will be causing a bit of trouble for us. And yeah, this is basically where the problem starts a bit for me. I should have noticed what was actually shooting on me there. In fact, is this guy? Okay, yes, he's within the supply radius. What the? So yeah, as you can see, it's just mostly sending my guys forward, having a bit of a skirmish here and there. And yeah, so my own AT gun is just hanging back for the time being because they haven't gone for vehicles just yet. Although we do have the tank depot coming up. So it looks like, yeah, it went from barracks to the towed gun yard straight into tank depot. And yeah, it's going to have a few nasty tanks to be able to deploy there actually. So these light vehicles of mine, which have already been destroyed, are going to be pretty useless actually. Also got a bit of a troop movement by my opponent here. Looks like, yeah, it's just going to be forming up a bit of a line. And he's got an AT gun at the range just to flank me as well. So I did manage to capture these midpoints though, so I'm pretty sure my command income should be higher. So his is 40, mine is 46. So what the hell, it all makes a difference. And yeah, looks like I'm also switching production to both Daimlers and half tracks. So where is that? Okay, big builds there. Could upgrade this thing to produce light army units, but really at this moment what I really needed would have been some heavier tanks and such, maybe to also attack with infantry on the flanks, which is actually what I'm doing. There we go, we've got a couple going across the hill, and yep, we've got a couple of SMGs coming across, and of course they're going to be sending their SMGs up. Funnily enough, they're not actually putting them to fight, they're putting them to, or rather they're ordering them to move up. Don't know if I really agree with that, but what the hell, in the case, yeah, I'm sending up a few guys to flank at the very least. And yeah, this would have been the perfect position to put up a mortar somewhere around this hill, so I could actually bombard these guys over the hill, especially around here and all that, but Yeah, unfortunately I didn't do that. I've still got just the basic vehicle plant up. I don't even have a backs or anything like that. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to produce as many basic troops as possible, and yeah, just holding the line as it were in the middle. Finally setting up my own half track, which I think I'm just using for yeah, just to support and all that. And there we go, finally sending one guy there to capture point. A couple more guys to reinforce on the right, and I'm pretty sure I should be sending some guys to the left eventually. Although as you can see, yeah, I'm not exactly very high in command points either. Let's just check what my opponent's doing. He's got the vehicle plant up. Oh no, actually no, he's still building it. Well, he's got the toad gun plant and everything else up. He's not building anything, and okay, that's because he's got 4 engineers and 1 engineering truck devoted to building this thing. So once it's built, he should have quite the advantage over me until I can get the AT gun in position. But pretty sure that's over the course of this game. Oh yeah, that's right. I have a bit of trouble deploying it because of the ridiculously rough terrain. I deployed it here. Well, actually, yeah, you can't even tell really if it's got a good line of sight over this hill. It might, but I'm not really too sure to be honest. Oh well, what the hell. And here we go. Managed to capture one of my opponent's flag points, and really every bit matters in this sort of stalemate situation, especially since he's already spending more than he's earning on this fancy vehicle plant. Although I'm starting to run out of soldiers on the right, although yeah, still got a couple of here and there, so what the hell, probably should be spreading them out a bit more. Watch out for this damn AT gun, wherever the hell it is. There it is. That's what the hell's it doing actually. In fact, I don't know what the hell this symbol's meant to indicate. Wow, that was a bit of a delayed sound there. Interesting. And it's interesting, these AT guns have even run out of ammunition. That's how heavily they've been used against these Daimler cars I've just been sending out. And really, you'd think I should have noticed, you know, Daimler cars being taken out very quickly, and I probably should have gone for artillery or aircraft or something, but nope, instead I'm just going for more basic Daimlers and riflemen. I even got anti-tankmen trying to sneak by to take this guy out. But there we go, thankfully I do have a few reinforcements arriving. Also got guys coming in from this angle as well, but yeah, they're getting taken out one by one with this fancy... okay, by this infantry support cannon as they call it. It doesn't have a little field of fire like these AT guns do. It's interesting, it's a bit more useful than a force. Well, what the hell. Thankfully I have managed to spread these guys out pretty well, so we should only lose a couple there, and I do have... Wow, these guys going some bizarre patterns there indeed. Well, what the hell. So yeah, as you can see, we're starting to form up a front line, basically ranging the entirety of the map, engaging a bit on the middle, slowly losing a few guys here and there. And it's interesting, that's this thing. I wonder if it has arcing fire. By the looks of it, it does, given its hard positioning. Interesting. And there we go, just got a bit of a skirmish on the middle, the right and the left. Looks like we are going to capture the left, yep. And as so, oops, there we go. Yeah, so the middle it's been decaptured, but actually I might have a chance of capturing it perhaps. I just need to remember to spread out my guys a bit more. And yeah, I really should just try to press on the attack a bit. And given the amount of times that these anti-tank guns would have fired, you'd think I would have memorized their positions and just attack them, but nope. Instead we're just bringing out more guys towards the middle. I've still got just, you know, basic infantry and all that coming out, no vehicles even. It's just dandy. So my opponent, he's got the tank out, and first tank he's actually going to be building would be the Panzer III Alfs GL. Okay, GTL, so it's just encompassing the 3 models. He's not quite going for the Stug, or the Panzer IV, or the Tiger, or even the construction vehicle. So yeah, just going with more basic infantry and tanks as well, which is pretty much going to be what I have here, at least until I can get my AT gun into position wherever the hell it's actually meant to be. But oh well. So yeah, sending another Daimler car out. I think I'm just sending it really to just try to scout them out. Hopefully I'm spotting this Panzer III, which should have really alerted me to the fact that I should have, you know, sent out heavier stuff, or at least, you know, used artillery or that sort of stuff to support. But yep, unfortunately I'm not going to be doing that. Opponent has made that. Okay, so this will be the first tank out there. Well, anyway, this does have the Panzer III, which is going to tear up my infantry and vehicles as well, though we are managing to attack along the right flank as well, merging with a couple of infantry, good old riflemen, and machine gunners positioned pretty well to support them, as you can see. So, a few shots here and there. Damn, artillery still being a pain in the ass, but thankfully, because we've spaced out our infantry, We should hopefully last a little bit longer. So let's have a look. Still only got one bit of artillery out. It's got pretty decent firing arc, but it doesn't reach over here though. So we do have a bit of a redeployment by our opponents, although given the way I'm attacking, I should have a bit of an advantage. But of course, here come the Panzer Frees. Indeed. And yeah, they're going to be a bit of a pain in the ass indeed. I probably should have at least, you know, sent up some more of my anti-tank guns up there. But whoops, too long. I guess I won't be doing that for the time being. So I'm trying to capture the left here, and yeah, basically this is the point where I'm really starting to do pretty well. But the problem is though, they're starting to merge with medium tanks and such, and yeah, they just have the barracks building all that, while at the same time I'm still only using basic infantry. So wow, I stopped making vehicles altogether. I think I was just trying to decide what to do there. And really all I needed to do was just to make one base, one construction vehicle from this vehicle plant, then I could make an actual tank depot. I'm pretty sure these guys can't make one on their own. No, they can make a light vehicle, yeah, but an actual tank depot. And yeah, as you can see, I'm still trying to cause a bit of damage here, but not exactly working out too well. I think it looks like we did manage to get rid of the machine gunner that was here. Although our own guys, as you can see, are a bit indecisive to say the least. I guess they don't like the rough terrain either. And here we go, managing to capture the top right flag points of my opponent. Got a few guys emerging here, and yeah, I guess they have managed to force their way through, despite the fact that my opponent does have these three of the same tanks. Oh, okay, one Stug and two Panzer Freezes coming out. And here we go, finally, I start actually building a barracks, which is something I should have done a long time ago. For some reason I start building these AEC armoured cars. I don't really know what the point of that was. Let's see. They seem to be slightly crappier versions of Daimlers. I kind of wish there was more information available in game, but nope. Fortunately, it's just not the case. So really, I mean, look at that. They've got positioning a tank right there. If I had just a couple of anti-tank men sooner from my barracks, which would be these guys here, I suppose. Yeah, Piats. Then, yeah, I could have just blown up tanks just like that. But nope, instead, we're sending a Daimler armoured car. My opponent looks like he's forgotten about this AT gun, which is going to get killed off anyway, I suppose. And yeah, it looks like I'm just going to be charging out this Daimler. Actually, I should have taken out his artillery gun here. Damn, I should have spotted it and then taken it out. Oh well. And yeah, opponent is getting one of the Stugs back here to try to target it. Should be firing at it at some point. But yeah, managed to capture the top right. Opponent bringing up troops on the top to form a new front line on the top right there, and yeah, I think they're actually taking a few shots, I'll be damned. Wouldn't that be funny if I actually managed to kill this Stug Free? I don't think I'll be able to. Oh, what do you know, it got killed by... Damn, I kind of wish I had those kill messages. I'm assuming it either got killed by this or maybe by the... okay, I do have an anti-tank gun there, which probably killed it. I'm assuming. Yeah, it did take a few shots because it's only got one little bullet left. So there we go. Got a bit of a front line here. My front line here is about to disintegrate while my opponent's front line is moving forward with tank support as well. I really needed to get some, well, some more support there, but instead of that, looks like I'll actually be heading towards the left actually instead. So I'll probably sense that, you know, they'll probably be counter-attacking this point very heavily, so, you know, I try to attack them in what should be a weaker position, but the problem is they do have a tank here and this fancy artillery cannon, which is yeah, just continuing to shell my points there, destroying a couple of vehicles here and there, so I really should have gone a bit more. Oh well. And yeah, finally starting to make a couple of anti-tank guys as well as basic rifle myself. They're starting to recapture the points here, but I'm starting to make a little bit of ground here, but yeah, not really enough to justify sending my guys over here as yet. I mean, sending them right next to the production facilities for starters, they can just easily reinforce this point very quickly, so yeah, it's very unfortunate indeed. And yeah, the front line starts to advance here. My middle's crumbling a little bit, though yeah, we're starting to capture some of their other midpoints here, so what the hell. Just check what he's got. So we've got 117 command for me, 701 supply, 269 for them, 56 command for them. Okay, so yes, economy is certainly surging forward, and what do we have here? They're going to be building... Oh, that's interesting. Another toad gun yard? Apparently, so I guess I must have blown up one of those, because I did have one before. Huh. Interesting. Well, anyway, they're going to be rebuilding that. Not really building too much else except for... Okay, we do have sniper teams being deployed as well. That's going to be a pain in the ass. I don't think I even realised I had a sniper team, actually, when they were playing. Actually, what the hell was that? I think it was like a little red circle. A couple of red circles merging for some reason. And there we go, now I'm going to be advancing a little bit forward. My SMG guys, scout guy, not getting detected, bit of lucky bastard. Of course he's going to be detecting my guys. And it looks like we're still trying to reinforce this left point. Probably should have sent a few more guys over here along with anti-tankmen, because really they're just starting to form a bit of a stronghold here, and these tanks and all that were pretty much caught out of position. Finally rotating this guy as well, and yeah, we should just probably rush them with these vehicles just to take out the remainder of his well, his tank on the right, and then I could have easily just, you know, secured the right with more SMGs. Unfortunately, I didn't quite do that. But well, you know what they say. I guess hindsight is 20/20 after all. In any case, my opponent will be finished with his toad gun soon enough. And as for me, what am I doing? Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Well, apparently there was an error in drawing the widgets when I tried to switch from one player to another, which is just dandy. Huh. Yeah, it's an interesting game indeed. Man. Well, okay then, I guess we're not going to see who's producing what then. Apparently. Oh, come on, man. I know there should be a hotkey for getting the widgets somehow, but I'm not really sure what the hell that hotkey is. I don't really want to disable something just so I can get the hotkey up. Well, what the hell. In any case, finally, yeah, I do have a couple of anti-tank men up. Looks like I managed to take out their vehicle on the right, and yeah, finally we are going to be resecuring this point. Although, so my opponent, he does have toad gun yard up still. Interesting. He does still have anti-tank guns and all that up too, as well as a couple of sniper guys here and there. But yeah, at this point, you'd think I should have this game in the bag, but the problem is though my opponent is going to be coming up with a few advanced units later on that'll basically push me back, because yeah, I basically never really got out of using the basic units. So, speaking of which... Damn it, how the hell do I get the widgets thing back up, I wonder? Oops. Okay, we'll just... Okay, that controls the camera, of course. Well, beats me then, eh? Beats me. Oh, what the hell, we'll just have to observe what's happening here then, in that case. So yeah, as you can see, we're recapturing these points here, forming a second front line here. Should send probably a couple of guys to recapture these points, but I think I was focusing more on what was happening on the left and the middle, given the fact that I was ordering them to make it another front line here. The scout is still surviving somehow. Good to think. Yeah, well. So they do still have Panzer Freys and all that coming out. They haven't come up with Tigers or anything like that, which is surprising. And from what I can see, where's the tank yard? Ah, okay, they do have... Oh, Panthers and all that coming out. So those are going to be rather nasty to say the least. Oh, I think their side armor should still be pretty bad even in this game, hopefully. Yeah, they're still kind of crappy in this game, so thank God for that. And yeah, it looks like my guys are just still taking it, so yeah. Yeah, I really should have paid more attention to these rear flag points, because of course now I'm moving my guys away from them. And so my opponent's still continuing to go with a few tanks here and there, and interesting, I think those were anti-tankmen firing against anti-tankmen, I think. Or maybe this thing was firing at it, not really sure. Oh, what the hell. Speaking of which, we do have... okay, that's right, I do have my little toad gun yard coming up, but of course I kind of put it right in front of my opponent's troops and all that, and of course it gets spotted and killed off rather easily. So it looks like I'll be building up a few more barracks units in this case, and as for my opponent... Okay, he does have toad yard up and all that still, so yeah, he should be building aircraft a bit later on. I think right now we're just going to be running into a bit of a temporary stalemate at the very least. Actually, just see. Ah, that's right. can't select what's going on there. Damn, I should check to see what the button for widgets would be. I just assumed that it wouldn't, you know, just have a problem with that widget which was working all of those other replays, but oh well, guess not. And I really should space these guys out a bit, but what can you do? What can you do? So yeah, not really too much else to say at the moment. I mean, we're just seeing a bit of a slow, steady push by myself. Oh, there we go, finally sending a couple of guys out to recapture these flag points. And yeah, I mean, at this point I really should have gone with heavy vehicles and all that, but nope, instead of going for supply sheds. And generally, you don't want to be building buildings this close to each other, because these buildings blow up pretty easily. And yeah, there we go, I'm going to be building a whole line of them. That's just bloody ridiculous. So of course when my opponent goes for artillery and aircraft and all that, which are pretty inaccurate, then really all they need to do is get one of these buildings, and yeah, they all go up just like that. So full of, you know, ammunition and other dangerous things as well, and they blow up pretty easily. But oh well, I guess I'll be learning that lesson a bit later on in this game. Or I will be learning a bit later on. And yeah, as you can see, my opponent basically holding me back, I'd say mostly with his supporting elements, because his own infantry doesn't have that much. Does have quite a bit of support though, a couple of snipers, artillery guns. Oh, okay, he's got a second one actually. As well as a couple of tanks